Hello, hello. How is the people today? How are peoples? Doing good? Doing well? Yes? No? Maybe so? What's up with you? It is Sunday, fun day. I'm doing finals. I still got until midnight tomorrow to finish the rest of it, but I got quite a bit done today. And it's stressful. It's very stressful. How are you, ZZ? Cece? Am I tripping? Am I tripping right now?
Hello?
Oh, there you are. Okay.
I accidentally
I was
hit
like, I was like, dude, am I tripping right now? What's going on?
I accidentally hit the mute on my keyboard.
That's so funny. I've done that before. I've done that on my phone too. One time I was on my phone. I was streaming from my phone, like walking home, and it was like that for like 20 minutes. Like Javon and like Shy, they were like, yo, yo, like typing all caps and all kinds of crazy stuff for like 20 minutes, and I did not figure it out. I just did not figure it out.
Straight up just
And
talking
then
to
I'm like,
yourself.
oh shit. Yeah, dude, I was just talking. It was really funny. It was really funny. I was like, oh, that whole time I was talking, you guys didn't hear anything. That's. I hope I didn't say anything. Like, I hope anything bad I had to say, it was just said right there.
Yeah. So,
Or I'll think back on it like, but yeah, what are we talking about? What's up, David?
I was saying
Welcome, Nick.
that I'm 10 days out from getting my 90 gallon. Welcome in, David. And the rush to get everything done has been
Mm,
so rough. And then I'm like sitting here and I'm like, I still have so much I need to do before the tank comes in. And then I sit here and I start thinking, and after the tank comes in, I have so much more to do.
yeah, but it's gonna be so worth it, though.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be so worth it.
it's definitely gonna be fun.
It's absolutely. I'm happy for you. I'm gonna live vicariously through you on
Welcome in, Greg.
that one. And goodbye.
Hello and goodbye.
Hello, goodbye.
Hey, a like is a like.
Yeah, thanks for stopping, brother.
Um,
Um, yeah, I'm excited to see what you do with that tank. It's gonna be the first time I see you set up a new tank and do stuff with it. It's interesting.
the 90 gallon is going to be such a cool project, and
Mm.
it will like definitely be so fun to showcase so much of the stuff that I've learned over the years and setting up a tank.
Yeah, you're gonna do like everything, right? Like when you're like everything you're setting up, putting stuff together, right? Like
I mean, y'all are
you
gonna
know,
watch
live streaming, like yeah, like all the nitty gritty.
y'all are gonna watch me rinse sand. Y'all are gonna watch me make the background. I'm hoping that y'all will be come with
Yeah,
me to pick out rocks. Um,
hey,
like it's gonna
super
be
down.
like super involved in everything. Um,
What up, JP?
KJP, welcome in. Um, like yeah, just super involved, everything. Um, and all the tips and tricks that I am using, people will watch me succeed with some and fail with the others. Like it's gonna be
Yeah, really be cool too because you'll be able to get a real good feedback of where you're at also.
It's definitely not going to be curated. That's
Right.
for
It's
sure.
that's the best though. That's the best.
It's just really like I'm going to whack my camera on and y'all are going to come with me while I do everything.
Yes. When you go pick out the plants,
Yeah.
when you're putting the fish in, when you're setting up a sump,
Yeah.
I want all of it.
I think that
All of it.
the sump is going to be specifically like really interesting because
Yeah.
I'm not doing a typical sump, and I think a lot of people are
Hmm.
scared of sumps because they don't know that like
What they are.
well they think that you have to like spend all this money and like silicone in glass pieces or acrylic pieces have been custom
Hmm.
cut and then that's a couple $100. But I'm doing basically a matte filter sump and I'm not
Okay.
using any
That'd be
baffles.
interesting.
So it'll be fun for more people to see that style of sump and maybe
Hmm.
go, okay, well, I think maybe sumps are for me. And
Yeah. Yeah. It might be something you like.
if one person gets a
I
sump,
mean, you've done them before. And
if one person gets a sump because of me, I'll be happy.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, yeah,
Absolutely. There's nothing better than that. It really isn't.
we have a topic for today. I know we've been just chatting about the 90 gallon since I'm so extremely
Yeah.
excited about it. Um,
Yeah, we're gonna talk about common myths in the aquarium hobby.
we're going to talk about myths and superstitions and just straight up
And put
misinformation.
and if you have any, drop them in the chat
Yeah,
so we can talk about it.
if you have anything that you think, oh, like I've heard this myth and or I've heard this, but people are arguing about it. Put it in the chat and we'll talk about it.
So, do you know what your first one you went through was? Because I do in my head for me. So I'm wondering if you like remember the first myth that you had to deal with.
Well, see, I've been in the hobby for such a long time that like I was literally a child and we were still
Mm-hmm.
putting bettas in bowls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, there was not a
Right.
single person that cared in the early 2000s, you know?
Right. I do remember one time uh, my mom tried to get fish for us, and it just didn't go well. And that was the only time we had fish until I got my own. I haven't even been doing this for like 4 years yet. It's almost been 4 years, and I really like talking to people that have been in the hobby for a long time. It's because the the biggest thing that I think is valuable is the actual time, the actual experience that that person has had. You know, like 10 years is you're gonna listen to somebody that has been doing something for 10 years and tells you something.
So, like,
You know,
in your whole entire life, like, when was the first time you ever got fish?
hmm. Me myself, um, I had a snapping turtle when I was in high school, but fish is when I started my hobby
See,
almost 4 years ago.
like, I was always surrounded around pets and stuff when I was a kid. I had
Hmm.
um snakes and I had fish and I had the little frogs that you have. Um
Oh yeah, African dwarf
yeah,
frog.
African dwarf frogs. And I had
Yeah.
I had like my dad had fish tanks, my mom had a fish tank. Um
Yeah, that's something I really wish. would would have been incorporated in my childhood, but I'm not complaining because I'm having the time of my life with it. You know what I mean?
And I mean, like in a lot of
Which,
places that I lived, I couldn't have a cat or a dog. So we got like
mm-hmm.
a 10-gallon fish tank and put like a bunch of way too many. Let me be clear, because I was a kid, way too many neon tetras in a 10-gallon.
Which brings us to our first bit, the inch per gallon rule. Now, I think it's a good like thing for a beginner to like follow that. I really do. I really do think a beginner should kind of try to stay in that range. Um, but I have learned through time that it's not always the case. But I I do wish a lot of the things that I know I wish I knew when I started. But
I think that looking at fish tanks more like chunks of a habitat are is way better, right? Like, okay, so we see, and this is something that anybody with an internet access can do, or like books in
mm-hmm.
a library, right?
Yeah,
Um, Look at the fish that you want, and then go out and look what it does in the wild.
right. Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, I know that there has been a lot of misinformation about certain fish, and I'm looking at domestic bettas with a hard side eye there. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
misinformation.
Absolutely.
But
And I think it's everything, really. There's just so much getting blown around all the time.
if you look at most tetras, they're in huge schools in huge areas, and then we take them and we put them in
Mm-hmm.
tiny tanks and we try and keep them with other fish, and they mess up the other fish. And we go, I wonder why they're doing that. Well,
They're aggressive. Yeah.
if you were stuffed in a closet with six people that you didn't know but kind of looked like you'd probably be upset too.
You'd probably be freaking out a little bit, definitely. Yeah, Tetras really like to be in big schools.
Tetras are large schoolers. Like
Very
uh,
large, very big
we
schools.
have like some tetras like that are like 20 in schools, and then we have other tetras that are like hundreds in schools.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I think like with that, like there are certain ones like my cardinal tetras. I'm like, yeah, like 12 to 20 and a 29.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. But like my rummy nose, they use every single inch of my 75-gallon.
Yeah, they like to swim around,
But
huh?
if I were to put my cardinal tetras in there, they would just hang out around like a group of plants or something.
Mm-hmm. Every species, every single one is different.
So going back to the inch per gallon rule, the inch per gallon rule, um, you really want to first think about what can you fit into your house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you fit a 75-gallon in your house? If you live on like the fourth floor, no, you can't. Like, no matter how,
And
how hard you try, it doesn't matter if you're dragging up the stairs or up in an elevator, you cannot fill that thing with water.
right, not only that, you don't, you know, you gotta make you gotta make sure the floor's stable too. You're not, in a place that's all rickety and you know,
Yeah,
things gonna go halfway through the floor.
it's just, you can't do that. But like, if you can get like a 29,
Mm-hmm.
then that's what you should be doing first. Get your tank, you cycle it, and then you look at fish. You go into the community, you ask, hey, what fish are best for 29 gallons? What fish are best for this footprint? Um, what community can I have in a 29 gallon? You reach out to people on the internet, you go to fish clubs in person, you ask people, you talk to people, you do your research.
Hmm.
And I think that that advice for beginners is much, much better than an inch per gallon.
Absolutely. And I wish that would have been something that was told to me, but it never was. And so, kind of in that same literal, uh, um, like direction you had that, where like each one, like the same order. I kind of, like that's how it went. You know, talking to people, asking questions, doing research. But at first, I didn't cross my mind. At first, I don't know why. I think I just overlooked it because maybe I'm ignorant. I don't know. I just I don't know. But that's something that I changed that about myself through this hobby, kind of. Like there's a lot of things about me that have changed because of this.
Yeah,
But that is a key thing. I wish that would have been like really. I didn't have nobody, and that's the thing too. Places like where there's not a lot of people, there's not a lot of people even in the hobby in your town or something. That's a lot of things are gonna get overlooked because no one's talking to you about it.
right.
You know.
And I think that kind of goes into our next myth, which is big box stores give good information.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
Yep.
no, they don't. I want to be very clear. If a large corporation, especially, is trying to
Mhm.
sell you something,
Right.
you are not going to get good advice from them. They want you to buy their stuff.
Right.
They don't want what's best for
Absolutely.
you or your animals.
They just kept giving them to me, Cece. They just kept giving them to me. They didn't ask me nothing.
Hmm.
They didn't help me a single bit at all. Like it was, now that I think about it, yeah, it was. They could have saved me a lot of uh, trauma.
It's like
Really.
they big box pet stores, big box fish stores. I'm not talking about our little local LFSs that we go into and we make friends with all the workers there. That's different. They
Hmm.
care at least a little bit. They're still trying to make money off of you. But the way that they make money
Hmm.
off of you is to keep you coming back for things like food and when they have cool new fish and maybe they're stocking new equipment and they want you to come back for that. So they're not going to
Hmm.
risk selling you crap when you could come back and buy bigger stuff later on. Big box pet stores
Absolutely.
don't care. They thrive on you coming in and buying 50 guppies and then all 50 guppies coming dying and you coming back and buying
Hmm.
50 more.
Hmm. Because they tell you, oh well, there's a 30-day or a week warranty or whatever, but then they don't tell you that they're gonna test your water, and then they don't tell you that they're gonna base that decision off of what their water is, not
Mhm.
what's actually going on.
And they don't tell you that you can't put fish into a non-cycled tank. They don't tell you anything
Hmm.
about anything. They give you maybe a pamphlet or they tell you what their bosses have told them to tell you.
Hmm.
And their job is to upsell you on things. They don't care if you're
Right.
buying a 2-gallon tank for 20 guppies. They want you they need that sale.
Yep. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate.
And, you know, Businesses have to make money, but us as fish keepers and consumers need to understand what those things are.
I just don't get how a person like I don't care if you work at Petco or not, like your pet or any place, and you're watching somebody come in, buy a tag, and fish on the same day. Come on, like really, like you're gonna let them do it? Like
You
I don't know.
you
That's what
know
gets
what's
me
going
riled
on.
up, right? But it's
I was
just
like, okay.
with that
And like
random
I've
person though, they're not like making money off of every sale. It's like they're just
no,
another person too. But like it's just people don't care. People don't care. You know,
but that's the thing. A lot of the
it's
people
just
that work at these big box stores are typically teenagers.
people that don't have. Yeah,
Like we get a lot of teenagers. We get a lot of turnover. Big box
same at
stores,
our
like
place.
even outside of pet stores, are most
Mm-hmm.
kids' first jobs. And then, of course, we do have other people that work there in management or whatnot, and they do it for the love of the game, and we really
It's
appreciate
almost
those
like an
people.
entry level.
But most of the it's a job. Like they go in
Mm-hmm.
to big box pet store, and that's their job. Like they go in, they have a set of tasks that they need to complete. They don't care. I don't, of course, I'm speaking generally. There are people that do care, but as a beginner, you can't go there and expect that person to care. You have to be doing your own research. These companies aren't looking out for you, they're trying to make money off of you.
100%. 100%. They don't care about those bodies.
They don't.
It's horrible.
And I want to share an experience. I am what I would say is like a very like experienced fish keeper. I have definitely passed the mound from intermediate. I'm definitely very experienced. I've been doing this for a long time. I've seen the hobby change. I mean, even like 10 years ago to now, it's changed immensely. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I went and I bought guppies from a big box store. I came back and I medicated those guppies. They weren't doing good. I medicate them. I raise the salinity because a lot of guppies from these big box pet stores are raised in brackish water in their fish
Mm-hmm.
farms. So I raise the salinity. I'm medicating them, and one by one they're dropping dead. And I go back and I return like 10 of them. I get 10 more,
Mm-hmm.
put them in another container. All of them die. I go back, I return 20 of them. I get 20 more. I think I went through like over 100 guppies before I just said, I just want my money back. And they're like, well, it's been past 2 weeks. And I said, if you don't give me my money back, you can see that I've been coming in and exchanging these over and over again. If you don't give me my money back, I'm going to have to escalate this to your manager, right? And I had to escalate it to a manager, talk to them. Never. It is not the employee's fault. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't be bad at them. They don't know these policies are in the like this place for a reason. Like I had to escalate it to a manager. I had to call, and I did wind up getting my money back. Over 100
Mm-hmm.
guppies that have passed later.
That's so crazy.
So it's rough. getting fish from these big box stores because you can get them and you'd be like, I'm an experienced keeper. Um,
Mhm.
and you can do everything right and they will still die. Or you
Mhm.
could do absolutely nothing and you could get real lucky and they would be the healthiest fish in the world. It's
Mhm.
just,
Hit or
the luck
miss.
of the draw.
Right. And I've had that too, where I've had experiences at those places where you hit the jackpot, but I've also had not as many as that situation you were talking about, but I I had the same experience with guppies there, and that's why I left. I finally had gotten to the at that point in the hobby I knew better, but I couldn't find guppies anywhere else. Um, and then that's what after that happened, I went to the only LFS that we have, and that's when I met Maddie, though, who owns the LFS up here,
Hmm.
and like it was just bad. They wanted to test my water, which was okay. Not sure, fine. I want you to test it, you know. And basically, the employee didn't know didn't the directions are right there. You know what I mean? And like I come there all the time. You know, I'm talking to you about breeding my fish. We're talking all the time, and now we're doing, uh, you know, the liquid uh, the liquid test kit, and the instructions are right on there. But they don't even like. It's like they don't even train the employees to do that. Like, and it was crazy. I'm like, okay, well, you see that and that. Well, look at the directions. That means this and this. It's right there. They tried to have me wait for them. Look at what's up, bro? This cat. Uh, they tried to make me wait for a manager to drive there to do the test for me. Uh, I couldn't. There's no way in hell I was staying there. I was so mad. I was so angry at that point. Like I already wasted my time coming back here again to give you the water anyway. Like it was just bad. Highly do not recommend. But I mean, if it's the only place that you can find a certain fish or something, quarantine, quarantine, because those fish are just, you know, and a lot of places will have good big box, you know, some big box stores that are actually okay. Sure, that probably happens. You have different uh, store owners and managers that care about their reputation, and that's good.
Hmm.
I appreciate that, but that's not going to be every place. So, like, just proceed with caution. Yellow tape,
Yeah.
but it sucked. It just wasn't fun.
I want to
It wasn't fun.
take a minute and just read through some of the chat. They were talking about the 80s, and
Mm-hmm.
sumps and other things.
Yeah,
Um,
JP actually dropped a video of this tank. I think this is the same tank. You put it in my Discord server. That looks really interesting. That looks like a lot of fun. Wow.
Currently doing the
Wow.
experiment with
Yeah.
the 125 and Bozeman rainbows. I have over 200.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's popping in there. It looks awesome. That looks like a lot of fun.
Talking about water beds. We love hate water beds. I remember visiting one of my family members when I was young, going on their waterbed and getting seasick and having to go throw up.
Really,
Yeah.
I remember it feeling so majestic. Like I don't know, it was so majestic to me. I was a kid.
It
I
definitely
was born in
was.
'93, but I've only been across a couple water beds.
It was so nice because it was so hot, but the motion
Mm.
every time we moved, it just got to me. Um,
Hmm.
Welcome in,
Yeah.
Lita. It's nice of you to join us. Thank you. Um,
Mm.
I think we've been kind of skirting around this one. Um, let's talk about seeding your aquarium
Mm.
and cycling in general.
Yes. Yes. You can cycle your tank right away.
I want to
Mm.
first make fun of bottled bacteria. Like, okay, maybe, maybe, but
But how? At what extent does it really like?
like,
Yeah.
how are we supposed to know with 100% certainty that the bacteria is in in that bottle?
Hmm.
Also, bacteria is only one part of our cycle.
Yes.
We have biofilms and um, microscopic
Archaea.
creatures like archaea and um, microfaunas that contribute to our cycle. And that doesn't come in a bottle. That comes with time.
Oh.
Us-
I remember reading an article not too long ago. They they were looking at aquarium filters, and they were the whole all these people that they tested their filters. They were all archaea living in them.
Yep. And we have plenty of things all over our tank. We have our
Hmm.
biofilms that cover a lot of stuff. If you ever picked up anything out of your tank and it's slimy, that's your biofilm. You need that.
Hmm. Definitely.
And we have bacteria living in our sand, um, all the way, especially if you have thick sand beds or thick substrate, you're going to have your anaerobic bacteria. Um,
Hmm.
you're going to have surface bacteria. You're going to have um, a whole wide array of organisms, which are not in those bottles.
Hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is not taught. Like when you when you first get in the hobby and you start learning about the tanks and doing the research. A lot of the research that you or not research per se, but a lot of the uh, stuff that you kind of usually stumble upon is more a generalized thing, and it's not more like in depth.
It's definitely not in
And
depth. And I think that, especially for
yeah,
beginners, like we need more
right.
in depth things. Like you can tell some, excuse me, you can tell somebody until you're blue in the face what a cycle is,
Hmm.
but they don't understand what a cycle is. They can understand how to do it.
Right. They might understand maybe how it kind of, but until you see it with your eyes and you know what's doing what,
I
all that time that you spend with it, and that's when you really start
okay.
understanding it.
I wanna run a little experiment with anybody that's here and you. I have a
Hmm.
question, okay? And I want y'all to think
Shoot.
about it really hard, all right? And then I'll give the answer at the end. When you dechlorinate water and put it into a fish tank, or vice versa, dechlorinate it after you put it into a fish tank. When you have dechlorinated water in a fish tank and you don't add anything except an ammonia source, how does the bacteria get into the tank?
So you're saying, run that by me one more time. like the end part. Like so,
When you just put,
like
like, you don't put any live plants, you just put substrate and maybe some hardscape that has been cleaned, and you have like basically a sterile starting point, right? You
mhm.
put that into the tank, dechlorinated water, right?
Where does the
And then you just put an ammonia source in.
oh okay
Where
okay.
does the bacteria come from?
I want to say the air, air.
I'll give it a minute. See if anybody wants to answer in the chat.
Like maybe it's coming in through like not the wind, but just like the air movement. Just little things in there. That's my guess.
Let's see if anybody wants to say anything. I'll give it a couple seconds. I know that we're kind of, I think we're about
Hmm.
15 to 30 seconds uh,
For a little bit to
delayed.
fade.
Yeah. So I'll give it a little bit.
It was like 5 tenths, yeah, a little bit. Not too bad
Hmm.
though this time. Not like last time where it was like almost a minute.
Hmm. All right. I'll answer. The bacteria lay dormant from your tap water
Hmm.
and may be introduced through the air.
Mm, so I'm on to something.
So
On to something.
these are things that we consume. I want to put that clearly and bluntly. These are things that we consume that are dormant in our water, in our air. The same way that ponds are formed outside, our houses aren't airtight. Air comes in from outside, and we get dust and pollen and stuff in our homes. Anybody with allergies knows you get pollen in your home. Um, but yeah, you don't need any product,
Mm-hmm. You just need time.
just time. Welcome in, Skull.
What's that? My dinner. Yeah,
Welcome in,
that's
Shirley.
hey Shirley.
But yeah, um, I think that's
But
a
they had saying even yeah the fish itself will have
right.
bacteria.
Of course, we don't want to be adding fish before we start our cycles.
Right.
I wanted to now move on to talking crap about seeding your aquarium. I know a lot of people aren't going to like this one, but there is no way, not a single way, to instantly cycle your tank. If you take the gook out of your filter and put it into your tank and then put fish in, you are fish in cycling. That is not a cycled
Hmm.
tank. It is a kick-started tank, maybe, but it is not cycled. There is no such thing as an instant cycle.
It might take less time for it to complete, but it still has to go through a complete cycle and like to begin with. Like it hasn't gone through it.
And like Lita said, unless it's black water. Black water uses a completely different process. It turns ammonia into ammonium, which is non toxic or less toxic, but it gets um, pulled into gas in the air very quickly. Um, but in typical freshwater, etc. settings, you need to wait at least 2 weeks before adding fish.
Hmm. I think maybe the quickest time. I had I had set a tank up and waited for everything to zero out after seeding it. Uh, 5 days to a week.
Um,
It was, but that was after setting up a lot of tanks and like figuring it all out. So someone else, it could take them a month, you know,
Also,
2 weeks.
it is completely dependent on your tank's water temperature.
Mm.
If you have a cold tank,
Want some pizza?
if you have a cold tank, then your cycle, no matter how much you seed it, is going to take forever. And if you have a hot tank, like 85 degrees plus, your tank is also going to take a while to cycle. You really want to be in like that 70 to 80-degree area for quick cycling. You can see this a lot um, in the axolotl community, where they will cycle their tanks warm and then drop them down.
Okay. Makes sense.
Exactly, Skull. It depends on how many fish you put in too. Um, and that
Mhm.
brings us into the difference between a cycled tank and a mature tank. Welcome in, Beto.
Modi B, Modi V.
Um, a mature tank isn't the same as a cycled tank.
No, so,
Also, your bio load capability when you first cycle your tank is extremely low.
mhm.
I mean, I love big schools of fish. I love having large fish, but you can't put them all in at once. My 75 gallons started with 4 angelfish. Let's see. But when they do that, they don't feel you lowering the temp that drastically and quickly can easily crash your cycle. They don't do it quickly. They can't. Um, especially if there's a large difference. A lot of them bring it up to um, like 70 degrees and then bring it down to like 68. Um, and it takes a while for water to chill through a chiller. Um, and that's the same reason why what if a lot of us do cold water changes to start our fish breeding, and it's the same concept that makes it so our tanks don't crash. It's just a small um, drop in temperature, not a large one. A couple people are saying that they cheat the cycle. Um, Cheating the cycle is great. You can there's a lot of hacks. I hate that word. I hate the word hack. Um, at risk of me going on a tangent about the word hack. Um, I hate that.
Yeah.
But there are so many things that you can do, especially if you have multiple tanks, right? Or you know somebody with a tank.
Mhm. Anything with surface area.
Yeah, anything with surface area, and you can literally grow that. Like I'm putting things into my 75 gallon for when I set up my 90 gallon. Um, I have stuff in all my tanks spread out. I mean, of course, I am happy to say that
Yeah.
I do have a lot of fish tanks that I'm able to do stuff like that. Not everybody is so lucky to be able to have so many fish tanks. Um, But yeah, uh, a common misconception is you can throw all that stuff in and it's instantly cycled. No, you still have some waiting to do.
Mm-hmm. The actual cycle itself has to actually establish itself.
Hmm. And I want to touch back on the difference between a cycled tank and a mature one is time. You can mature a tank without fish, but your bio load is going to be low. Like people do that for shrimp, for example, all the time, where they'll leave a tank up and like feed it like they were fishing it for
Oh
like
yeah.
a year and then put shrimp in it. But shrimp aren't large bio load animals. Um, you could not do the same and just drop in like 200 Bosemani rainbow fish or whatever JP said that they had. You definitely couldn't do that, you know. That's not going to happen.
Wishful
You
thinking.
will have to um, gradually add
Just gotta
in
work it out.
your fish. And I think this brings me nicely to two myths that I want to cover back to back, and that is quarantine and plop and drop.
Mm.
I'm going to say this. I don't care if you medicate your fish, but you cannot put them directly into your tank. If you have other fish in there, no. I don't care what you put them in. You can put them in a vase. You can put them in a tub. Not your bathtub. That's gross. But put them in
Get a 5 gallon bucket for
a,
for a couple
a
weeks.
bucket. It
Fine.
doesn't matter. As long as you are not, by putting these fish, even if you take them out and you scoop them out in your net and pop them in, you can still give your whole entire tank major illnesses. Ick,
One little particle of
Colomenaris,
water.
um,
Calamanus.
the big fluffy slime coat illness that I always forget the name of. Um,
Mm. Uh, I don't have that one in my head right
yeah,
now.
it always escapes me. I'm sure somebody in the chat will be like, "It's this," and I'll be like, "Well, I feel
Yeah,
silly."
drop it.
It's when you get the fluffy fungus-like growths all over your fish.
Flukes or velvet.
No, no, no. It's a slime coat issue.
Mm.
It's like a parasite or
And
something.
that's not. Yeah, that's an ugly sight too. That's not fun.
It's like a proto-fungal looking infection. But yes, you have to quarantine your fish. No ifs, ands, or buts. You don't have to medicate everything that comes your way. I know that there was a big wash of you have to medicate everything. You don't run a fish store. Like, be real. You
Hmm.
don't own a fish store. You don't have to turn over these fish within weeks of getting them. I would just have to 100% make sure they're all okay. Buy more than you need for schooling fish and wait it out.
Right.
Um,
If you're gonna do, if anything's worth doing, it's worth doing it
mhm.
right.
Watch your fish, especially the ones in quarantine. Watch them. The more times that you medicate your fish, especially when they don't need it, the higher risk they are for stress related illnesses and kidney failure. I'm gonna light.
That's right. So my granddaughter's carnival fish from Thursday is still in his own bucket, not touching any of the tanks, and it's getting sent back home with her on Tuesday. Amen. I hear that. That's funny. There's nothing wrong with just taking a little time, you know.
Columnaris is what I was thinking of. And I
You had
said
said
that.
that. Yeah.
I'm silly, you know. That's fine.
That's why we couldn't figure it out. It was
It
already.
was already
Yeah.
said. Columnaris, the fluffy fish disease. Cotton wool
Yeah.
is its common name,
Mm-hmm.
and it covers your fish in fluffy growths.
It looked like just big sacks of fluff,
It does.
and they'll just start forming.
Um, there's so many different fish diseases that you're opening yourself up to, and
Yeah. And there's so many different diseases and parasites and uh, fungal stuff too. Like there's so many different things that can happen to your fit. You're gonna eventually run into one of them, and the chance is it's gonna happen. It's going to happen if you, especially if you don't do that. If you don't, watch, quarantine the fish for a little bit, you're gonna you're gonna get something.
it's easier to medicate a smaller amount of water.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
honestly, I mean, okay, so I've gotten everything from cyanobacteria to eye hookworms to um
Have you had calamanus?
no, I've been lucky not to have the
Nice. It's like everyone I know hasn't ever had that, but I'm the one
I have
that
had
had that
fish
one.
come in when I was doing transshipping stuff with
Oh yeah.
literal hookworms in their eyeballs.
Ooh, ooh.
And
That sounds fucking.
the
Oh
worms
my
come
god, I
out
would just live it.
of their eye and into the water to feed.
Mm.
Um, and
Now I want to look it up, but I gotta refrain.
you
Okay.
gotta refrain. It's actually disgusting. And the only way
I don't
to
want
treat
that.
them is to literally pull the worms out of their eyes. And at risk of getting too graphic, I'm going to move on.
Pulling your eye out. Wow, that's great. That's one I haven't heard of yet.
Mhm.
What's that called?
They're called
It's like a
the
hookworm.
hookworm, but specifically in a fish's
Okay,
eyeball.
so I've seen the word hookworm, but I've never
Yeah,
like talked about it
there's
before.
tiny red
Yeah.
worms. Again, I'm trying not to be too graphic because it's actually disgusting. Um,
It's probably traumatizing. It is
oh yeah,
traumatizing
100%.
seeing
Uh,
your fish go through that.
that wasn't even my fish.
Right.
um,
It's an animal. It's a living animal.
and
You know.
that some of the fish illnesses that I've seen is why I don't do transshipping anymore. I
Mm,
can't.
it's just too
It
much.
is way too much.
It's graphic. It's
I've
graphic.
seen things from those hookworms to fish coming in alive and half eaten.
Yeah, that's insane. That they can literally just keep like. And fish are amazing. They have this ability to, like, when things are bad, they can be like, "I'm sick," and just shut down. But they also can go through a lot before they get to that point, and it's traumatizing to say the least. It's not fun. Any of these things, they're
No.
not.
And trust me, you don't want to risk the fish that you have for fish that you just got. Quarantine your fish.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
plop and drop. I know so many people here and on the internet in general saying that plop and drop is fine. And I want to differentiate plop and drop from the other types of acclimation. We have a couple different types of acclimation. We have plop and drop. We have bag acclimation. We have like I don't really know what to call it. Where you like open up the bag, put the fish in a bucket, and then you add some of your tank's water to that bucket.
Oh, like it's almost like a drip or whatever, but it's just not an actual drip.
Right.
You're just doing it a
It's
different
like
way. Yeah.
kind of like a lazy man's drip. And then of course there's drip
Hmm.
acclimation. 100% for sensitive fish, you have to drip acclimate. And I'm talking discus, anything black water or soft water,
And
really.
what I've done, uh, even like when you have the bag sitting in them, you can just kind of open it and let it in, and just kind of tie it back up, and
Mm.
just let it sit for a little bit.
Now, both of the last methods where you drip or you add your water in slowly by cup or like tablespoon by tablespoon, depending on the situation, right?
Hmm.
Both of those are going to be obviously your safest options.
Absolutely.
Now, bag acclimation, where you put your fish bag into your tank and you let the water raise to the temperature of the tank, then you scoop the fish out with a net and pop it into its tank, is not plop and drop. I want to make that very clear. That is not plop and drop. That is bag acclimation. You're acclimating it to the temperature of your tank. Plop and drop is something that I only recommend in emergencies when you have been mailed fish or you have gotten fish from a fish store that might be a little bit farther out of your way, or you had to run some
Hmm.
errands. You come home and your guppies are like scooting across the bottom of the bag. Plop and drop. You take it out
Hmm.
and you pour it all in. Maybe you pour them all into a net and then pour them and dump that in. But there is absolutely
Hmm.
no acclimation period. Plop and drop is the opposite of acclimation. You just drop them in. It is
Hmm.
emergency only. Do not do that to your fish. Every single time you do that to your fish, you are opening your fish up to shock and to having literal heart attacks.
Yeah.
Not anything can
pH shock.
can survive shock and heart attacks like that. If it were to happen to a dog, if it were to happen to a cat, a human, an elephant, a fish, it's all the same. Plop and drop is unethical and it is harmful to your fish. And many people say, well, nothing's happened to my fish, but did you pay attention to those fish? Did they die within a couple months and you chalked it up to something else?
All right, or do they have some kind of what behaviors did they display during
Hmm.
that time? Did you notice anything?
Oh, did you know? Did
Did they
you
look like they were freaking out?
did you go? Oh, why is my fish laying on the floor? Maybe I'll just turn off the lights for a couple of days. You shocked that fish,
Right.
and you got lucky that it lived. Um,
Yeah.
do not plop and drop unless it's an emergency. High ammonia in a bag, high temperatures in a bag, where anything else is going to happen. Like if your fish is
Bad
not
news
going to
bears.
survive a bag acclimation or a drip acclimation, take it out and put it in. That's fine. It's okay. Because
Right.
obviously
Worst case scenario, you got to do it.
there
It is
is
what it is.
always exceptions to the rule. If you
Right.
don't typically buy fish online, if you have a fish store 10 minutes away from you, if and you're getting fish, you're overnighting fish in the mail, right? Like there's almost no reason for you to plop and drop.
Hmm.
Um, Again, I want to because Beto just said it. Okay, that my temp is acclimate. It is extremely important especially for people who come in and see that you're talking about it, to not call that plop and dropping.
Mhm. That's how the misinformation starts to begin.
And then people think,
People
oh,
don't, yeah.
X, Y, and Z does plop and drop and have never had any issues. But they do it and they go, okay, why did all my fish die? I'm leaving the hobby. And that could have been the next Takashi Amano.
Hmm. Hey Mel.
And we lost that.
Yeah. Yeah. What's he doing? What's he
Welcome in, Mel.
doing? I saw those. I saw those live bears you got, Mel. Those are really nice. I think there's some yellow like tail ladies. Or were they mollies? Can't remember which one were the. They were nice. They were very very good. Yeah, people don't understand really. I mean, like it's hard to think about or imagine what it would be like to literally your body go from the pH it's at to 2 degrees more or less,
Instantly.
just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you would shut down like immediately.
Hmm. That's no good.
You would completely lock up and
I said something. Um, how important it was to make sure that you're saying things correctly so people don't
right.
misunderstand things. But I said we might a person might find that information and fail and we might lose our next Takashi Amano.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
want to go on a little bit of a tangent here. Um, be nice
that's
to
okay.
people. Be nice to beginners. They come here and they're not putting their bettas in a goldfish bowl and they're asking for advice.
Yeah, absolutely. Be nice.
I know probably more than a lot of people that it can get really annoying when people ask you for things.
Hmm.
With the invention and popularization of AI, you can't really tell people to do their own research anymore. You want them talking to people who have, I don't even care if you've had 6 months of experience. You want to talk and share your experiences with people who are just coming in.
Hmm.
I don't care if you've been in the hobby for 3 weeks. Talk to each other, be nice to each other.
It's about community.
This hobby
We
is
brothers. We one.
this hobby, more than most any other hobby, needs each other. We have to share information with each other. We can't be yelling and upset at other people because they're doing things differently.
They might have just not had anybody tell them what what was right.
If
You're gonna get mad, and yeah, it's we really can dissuade a lot of people out of this, especially when they're at that beginner stage. They haven't built anything that's worth losing yet.
we don't want anybody to leave this hobby because something happened.
Right? Community.
Community.
We brothers. One, two, one.
Welcome in, new local Austin. If anybody here, if you're in the chat, if you're watching on a replay, if you're watching 16 years from now, if there's anything that you can
Yes.
take away from what I'm saying right now, is to be nice to each other. And the next time that you're in a situation where you're frustrated or upset because somebody is asking you something or because somebody has a different opinion than you, stop and think about what made it that way.
Hmm.
We don't want to lose people.
It's important. It's really important, not only for the hobby, but if you care about yourself, that's just not something that we do.
Treat people
We're all human beings at the end of the day, you know.
treat people how you wanted to be treated. Treat people how you wish people would treat you in general,
Hmm.
but especially in the hobby. I will never come on here and be upset at a person. I'll never come here and say how horrible another person is. And I think that that's rare in this hobby. And we need to make that
Integrity,
extinct.
right? It's integrity, really.
Now that that got real heavy, be nice to each other.
Oh, it's serious. It's serious.
But it got real heavy, but be nice to each other. Man, like we all have our things. We all
and and we've all been there too, where
Mhm.
we've had someone asking us a stupid question, or you see a post that somebody, because they really just don't know, and and you look at it and you want to just like skip over because it's like that's stupid. Someone else answered, but they might not. Just you know, when you see those posts and stuff, and I mean, just help. I don't know. It doesn't phase me. Like I, 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 I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I talked to someone on Reddit and helped them breed their corridoras over Reddit, and they were successful, and it made my heart melt, and I felt really good about myself. Because I was just happy. It it's all about it's all about that human element that is involved in it. It is important when in this age when all this technology, all this stuff that's going on in the world, it's separating all of us even more than ever.
Mhm.
We can still try to keep that human integral moment intact. It's important,
It's extremely important.
not only in the fish hobby, but in all assets of life. Like it's all like just be nice in general. You know what I mean?
And I mean, I don't want to harp on this much longer, but I do want to say that I don't say these things lightly.
Right.
Um,
There's a reason we're talking about it.
I will say that a couple years ago, I tried to join the online fish community, and I was on
Mm,
Reddit in probably like 2018,
hmm
2019. I went on Reddit and I shared one of my tanks. Um, and there was two instances, specifically on Reddit. Um, One was I shared my 55 column tank, which had um, several um, golden wonder killifish in it, and I
hmm
got death threats
Oh my
for keeping
gosh.
golden wonder killifish together,
Yeah.
um, and just for keeping the fish together. Um, and I got harassed, and I had to delete that Reddit account. Um, I tried again about a year later. This time in the saltwater, I shared my um, nano macro algae fish tank, and I got bullied, and I got told that. And I know this is funny now, but I got
But
told
it
that
wasn't.
I got told that I was abusing my macro algae, which at the time I didn't have other people to talk to be like, that's ridiculous. I thought I was doing something seriously wrong. And that's something like I can joke about and say, how ridiculous is that? But we'll take those two examples as um
You could really steer someone in the wrong direction.
and I'm not a beginner by any means. It came on, I shared my stuff. I was upset. I moved on. But
Not everyone will.
not everyone will. Not everyone can.
Mm-hmm.
We're all human,
Literally.
but
Right.
just before you type or you send that angry message, remember that the other person is human too. They exist. They have a life. You don't know what's going on. People that give you angry comments, you don't know what's going on. Don't retaliate, don't respond.
Yeah.
Find your people.
Find your people. You gotta find your people. It's very. That's the biggest thing I think mentally I had to deal with was finding my people. Because
Always.
here you are, but like it was kind of rough for me for a little bit. There's not. There really isn't that many people out here that are even in the hobby. Maybe I have a couple friends, but they're not like really good close friends. Like
Hmm.
it's very few and far between. And like there'd be times where I'd be at work and I'd be talking about it, and I'm so passionate with stuff, so I get really happy and I'm like audible, and you know,
Yeah.
and then you have coworkers and stuff like laughing. I had them; they were laughing at me and stuff, and like they thought it was funny, you know.
Hmm.
And now it doesn't bother me. I think it's hilarious. But then it was um, it was completely serious, and I had a lot of bad thoughts during that time.
Just you know, other people are human too. Other people had a bad day
So,
too.
right, you know,
Other
don't
people are going through things. We all have our stuff, you know.
yeah. Like one thing I want to really say is don't uh, try not to let people get to you with the things that they say.
Hmm.
It's not worth the energy, and 9 times out of 10, misery loves company. Ignorance is bliss. Why are they saying it in the first place? You know, it it's usually always reflection. I see I see a lot of reflection. Sometimes it looks like jealousy.
Hmm.
People really don't like to see other people happy. It's weird. It's weird. But don't be that guy. Don't be that guy, you know? It's at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you're full, you know. You're right. Like Lita's saying, very true.
Hmm. Remember, the same idiots insulting other people are likely the same people who refuse to listen to experts when told they
Right.
can't do something because where's your proof? And followed up by New Local Austin saying 2026, even things are going through things. Woof.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's rough out here.
But
So,
things are going through things. That is hilarious.
it's rough
That's
out here,
funny.
man. And
That's funny.
I hope that
Things are
like
going through things, man.
I hope you can come here and be like, "Oh, look at the silly little rummy nose."
Right.
Um, all I've ever talked about is how you should sit in front of your fish tanks and um,
Enjoy it.
enjoy the hobby and keep people close.
I was really kind of having that realization today. I kind of took a moment, kind of like stood back and really just stood there and watched my tanks. Because I haven't in a while. I've been really busy with life, school, stuff like that.
Let's
You
see.
know, sometimes you forget. Sometimes you forget, but there really is an element to it that is really soothing to the soul. And if you ever
There's
feel
somebody.
out of array, it's a good way to ground back down.
I missed it. I can't see it on the thing. Aquarium Domain is opening a huge online store.
Mm,
That's pretty cool.
that is interesting.
Yay.
You know, there, um, one of the guys in my server, he's got his own website. Uh, I know you're doing something. I think it would be cool to make like a, but you're already, you know, kind of the things that you're already kind of doing are kind of what I've thought about getting into. And we, we need more of that. We need more, community. Really, it's we need more, like, just hobbyists, like putting themselves out there. Opening up to people. I mean,
Hmm.
this is a good place to meet people that aren't going to judge you, and that's
All
why
I'll
we're
say.
preaching this. We don't want people that are like that to be around.
Mhm. All I'll say is that some exciting things will be happening in 2027 in terms of me and the community. And it's all starting with the 90 gallon.
That's right. Back to the basics with Cece. That's what we should call it. Back to the
I
basics with Cece.
toxic hobbyists are the reason why we conservationists don't usually mix with many hobbyists.
Hmm.
I like to think that I have curated a nice group of people on here. Um,
Yeah, that's the vibe I get.
I'm very proud of all the people that come into the live streams and how we're really just, I mean, we were just talking about somebody who's opening up a business, and that's amazing. Uh, we all talk and share things, and um, I think that's
We don't want
amazing.
to. We don't want to lose that. We don't want to
No,
lose that.
never. We, I really, really appreciate that. And oh goodness, like y'all giving me any bit of your time is so amazing. When I first started this YouTube channel, I really just thought I was going to post a few videos and like share them to the people that were constantly asking me the same questions, like how to cycle their tank or how to treat their fish. And this grew into so much more. I'm so grateful for that. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's special. You know,
It is,
it's what makes us who we are. It's part of our life.
yeah, it's great.
You know, there's nothing. There's no better feeling than getting the time you put into something reciprocated back.
Hmm.
Um, it's not about making money. It's not about this or that. You know, it's we're just you know you already know where I'm going with it.
Hmm.
We're just here for everybody. Like I really do find a really ease, a feeling of ease and like weight lifted off my shoulder when I'm on here.
Yeah. I like
And
to
I mean
keep
that might
things.
sound weird to some people, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just how I'm wired, I guess. I've
Oh,
always,
hold on. I just hit my elbow on the wall. Hold on.
did you hit your funny bone?
I
Did you,
did.
was it funny? Uh, gotta be careful. We can get some, please Cece some elbow pads for stream. uh, did you turn your mic off, Susan? Where'd you go? Did you hit it with your elbow? She hit her elbow and smacked the computer or something.
I had I had to mute. I
You're laughing
woke up
too
my
hard.
kiddo.
Oh,
I was
whoops.
I woke up
Sorry.
kiddo. Kiddo came out and was like,
What are you laughing?
"Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Oh goodness. Yeah, I did hit my funny bone, and
That
it
is
was
funny.
funny apparently because I'm laughing.
I'm trying to. Now I'm trying to think of like other myths. Really,
There's so many.
there really is a lot, and I feel like most of them are really kind of more pertaining to like beginner topics. Like does a fish need a heater? Are live plants hard to heat? You know, is more filtration better? Are smaller tanks easier to maintain? There's just all of them. There's a list of
Well,
stuff.
the
And
smaller the tank, the harder it is to keep
yeah,
it stable.
it is. And I don't have any experience with any big tanks. My biggest tank is a 29-gallon tank.
I just wanna pause and go that the word they with an asterisk was held for review.
That's funny. Gotta make sure the pronouns right. Or they, them, or something. You gotta make sure it's right. PC friendly.
That was so weird, YouTube.
They moderate the weirdest things, literally. Like someone could really like say something really inappropriate, but somebody says they with an asterisk and it gets flagged. It's so
There's some fish that shouldn't be in the hobby due to how specialized they are.
absolutely,
Correct. 100%. I
absolutely.
mean, we literally made it illegal for people to even go look at devil holes pupfish.
Yes, yep. That's one for sure that needs to just be left alone.
There's plenty of fish that just need to be left alone. Not
A
left
lot
alone
of them, but
completely, but
right,
like in
but
the
not
hands of
mess with.
yeah, in the hands of conservationists, it's left alone.
Right, scientists. You know, people that are gonna do something for the future of that either habitat or animal. I
Yeah.
don't think that. I think everyone should be able to have access to nature and be able to share everything, but at, if it's something that's widely available, not threatened, you know, I think we all should be sharing our stuff together, with each other. That's what I love doing. I love um, giving people my fish. I know that they're gonna take care of them.
Yep.
Like my best friend's mom has some. She's got my fish. It feels good giving those people your fish. The people
I
that
just
actually enjoy them and they enjoy your presence as well.
yeah. I
They
wanna
will.
I wanna I wanna be clear on something. Um, not because Lita's brought it up a couple of times.
Mhm.
Um, there are people out there who are absolutely not people that care about the hobby
Mhm.
and okay, share links.
Yeah. Let's see it.
Um, um, yeah, as long as you have the blue mod thing, you can share links. That's fine. Okay. First, I want to say, not everywhere is like America. You're not going to have documentations and tons of research dating back to like the 1900s on some fish.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, you're going to have laws that are handled differently. You're going to have basically things that are completely out of your realm of understanding that go on in different countries.
Mm-hmm.
You will, and if a person who is from there, especially if they're a conservationist, tells you their experiences, you should not go after them and call them a liar because you don't like what they said, but instead you should be extremely
Grateful.
happy that you were able to get information from a primary source without having to pay for it.
Or ass. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. I mean, they're taking their time out of their day to even, acknowledge you, you know? I mean, I just feel like it's just really like your integrity. It's really your integrity. Just be a good person, please.
Also, since the IUCN Red List was shared, there are more. So IUCN is pridem- pri- primarily saltwater for fish. We don't have a ton of freshwater fish on the IUCN.
Hmm.
On a lot of endangered fishes that are classified as endangered by other governments are not on the IUCN yet.
Yep. It's a
Again,
lot of
in science, there's a lack of funding and a
absolute.
lack of resources and a lack of available people, etc., uh, that are able to go out and effectively um, get information. So again, um, people like Lita are amazing because they're taking time out of their lives, out of their busy schedules to come and give you information, especially on places like Discord,
Hmm.
where Lita and another person who often comes into these chats, Kobe, um, are on the ethical server and talking about these things, willing to give information for free.
Hmm.
100%. Amazing
I,
resources out there.
I love talking to this guy. I love talking to everybody.
Uh, on my YouTube server, um, uh, they're pretty much all there. All the conservationists are there. So if you want to get a hold of them and you have Discord, join my Discord server. They're all there.
I'll
Um,
post a link in the chat for
and
Cece's Discord.
uh, if you have interests in more, we can invite you to the ethical server. I will say I love the ethical server. I am an admin there and I help out as much as I can. It is a very strict server. If that is not your thing, I understand. It's not everybody's thing. But I do ask that if you are invited to the ethical server, that you remain respectful and you come in with an open mind and talk to the conservationists as experts in their field.
Hmm. Yes. Don't treat them like names on the computer. Just names. Every person is a real person that matters. Um,
100%.
and I'm gonna drop my server too. Come talk, ask questions. If literally if you just want to talk, you're more than welcome to reach out. It's never an issue. It's never an issue.
I'm thinking that Friday nights I'm gonna start up a voice chat and my server and the YouTube server hang out for a couple hours Friday night. Um,
We do little watch parties and stuff.
yeah, hang out, do stuff. Um, really get, you know, there's a lot of things that I would love to talk about on YouTube, but I cannot
Right.
um, due to how YouTube works and is moderated.
Hmm.
Um, you have to be very careful about what you do and say on YouTube. And
Hmm.
Discord is much more free, and we can get down and dirty, deep into
Nitty gritty.
conversations.
In the nitty gritty.
Yep.
I do like Discord. I do like talking on Discord. We can
If you want
really
to
we
learn
can really
more,
talk about stuff on there.
if you want to learn more about conservation and you want to talk to some of the conservationists, um, definitely uh, come hang out in the server. Um, I'm trying to be more active. Um, I know that I was gone from YouTube for a while, and I lightly addressed that in my first stream back. But yeah, it's a lot of things. A lot of things that I'm not going to get into right now. Just know
Right.
that I like being here, and when I can, I will be.
Hmm. Yeah, and you can always reach out to me on to Cece. We're always on. If we're if we're not in my server, we're in her server. You know we're around. We're around.
Where I also have the only and first public cichlid server on Discord. So if
Yes,
you
I'll
like
drop a link to
cichlids,
that too.
come hang out in the cichlid server. We have a good group of people there. We talk about cichlids, all
The
kinds of
cichlid server
cichlids.
is fun. I like reading what you guys talk. I'm not even. I'm not. I don't have cichlids, but I do love
Mhm.
learning about them. I do love it.
Yeah,
I live vicariously through you guys with the cichlids.
there is no requirement to own a cichlid to be in the cichlid server. You just have to like cichlids. Um, we have some pretty experienced keepers. We have some new keepers. If you'd like to join, please feel free to do so. We would love to have you there. That goes with any of the links of any of the servers that we have dropped. And Skull has been so gracious to drop links to a bunch of different things. I highly recommend go checking out them,
Yeah,
especially
absolutely.
the GoFundMe
Yes,
and
please check that out.
um, our friends here that help me mod this chat. Definitely go check them out. And of course, my co host. Go over, subscribe to his channel. I know that you all aren't. I know
Hmm.
at least one of you haven't. Go over, subscribe right now. I go over there too. We stream there on Wednesdays.
Yes, we do.
I only
Wednesday.
see some of you there. You can subscribe so you know when we go live.
It'll come. It'll all come in due time.
You know, we have these same conversations
Every time. Every
every
time.
time. Maybe something a little bit new every once in a while, but if you like these
Yeah.
kinds of talks, we do them twice a week.
And 24/7 on Discord.
And 24/7 on Discord. Trust me, there if you are a
Literally.
late night if you are
Yes.
a late night person,
Uh,
join our servers. We are always,
yeah,
always on at
always.
some point.
Obviously everyone gets busy with their fish and stuff, and there'll
Mhm.
be, you know, people have that thing, but we're always there. We're always
We're always there.
there. And I just like everyone that likes to come anyway, just because if I'm not there, there's someone else that can help somebody. And that's really where it all comes back. That's where it goes full circle. You know.
I, Lita, I have no clue why you weren't mod, but you are now. So feel free to share anything that you want to share as well. Um, yeah, Shirley, we're talking specifically about from the conservationists, like Lita.
Yeah.
Did I say hi to Mel already?
Yeah.
Hi, or welcome back
Hi again.
again.
Hello, hello,
I feel like I
hello,
did, but I'm
hello.
like,
Is there anybody out there?
yeah. All right, we're just hanging out. We hang out. We hang out
Let's
all
see
the time.
what's some more query myths.
Aquarium myths.
I'm still looking at them because they're kind of interesting because I don't really often think about them. So
Yeah. We were talking about one the other day. What
mm,
was that one?
what was the context? What were we talking about? Like,
I don't
was it
remember.
about like a certain fish? Or,
I don't know. No problem, Lita. Thank you for being here. Um,
we'll end up talking about it again at some point anyway.
yeah, we're gonna be
But
talking.
one that I'm looking at right now, filters don't need regular cleaning.
I'm sorry.
Clean that filter, bro. Clean that filter.
Oh, I remember.
Mm.
It's about, and I'm going to say this bluntly,
Mhm.
things that eat poop.
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, so I thought, I had thought that snails. Uh, I thought that fish would only process a certain amount of food, and then the snails would finish. Or if there's any unprocessed food, that snails eat that. I guess they don't.
There is not a single
I
thing
didn't
that we
know
know
that.
of.
That eats.
That we know of. I mean, there might be something that we don't know of, but there is not a single thing that we know of that eats excrement of any kind.
Right.
I mean, in our fish tanks. I mean, there's like dung beetles and stuff, but I think
Hmm.
they don't even eat dung either.
No, I think they just roll it up into a ball.
Yeah,
That's got to
and
be an amazing life.
yep.
Just
But
rolling
yeah,
down.
there is nothing that eats fish waste.
No, I'm trying to look right now. No, nothing about snails. I'm gonna
I
see if
think
anything.
the two big ones. There's three big ones that people think eat waste. Um, plecos,
Mm.
shrimp, and snails. Well, okay, Shirley, goldfish aren't eating it. They are putting it in their mouth because they put everything in their mouth. That's not a purpose thing. That's a goldfish intelligence thing.
They like eat it.
Uh,
They're like, ah, dude.
no, they don't care. They will just eat anything that goes into their mouth.
That's
That
so
that's
funny.
not on purpose. But if you're getting something to purposely,
Right, like
um,
it's an actual niche of its. I can't
yeah,
find anything. I'm gonna be
There's
doing some more digging all night, trying to find something that does.
there isn't anything. Not that we know of or that is commonly kept in the hobby. There might be some weird specialized saltwater thing.
Right. But
Um,
as far as freshwater, I'm not seeing anything.
Listen, Shirley, I'd rather be a shit stirrer than a shit eater.
Mm-hmm. Would you rather shit or be shit on?
Hmm. Neither.
Right.
Neither.
So,
But yeah,
but yeah, so the other myth, the filters don't need regular cleaning. Clean that filter, bro.
okay.
Please, once at least once a month or something. Oh,
I'm going to be very honest
be
here.
honest. Let's hear it.
If something seems to be too good to be true,
Hmm.
no matter if it's from a brand that you like, it is. If something makes miraculous claims and doesn't show any proof, it is trying to sell you snake oil.
Mm.
There are plenty of great things, and there's plenty of great innovations.
Snake oil not be like.
Snake oil is not one of them. That is correct. Also, um, I'm not going to diss some of these products because these products lead to products that actually work in the future.
Some of them are actual patented medicines,
Hmm.
which are for which humans use, but they just don't work for your fish. Yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, like, we love innovation, but
absolutely.
if you can do it yourself
Just do it yourself. If you don't have to
and
pay for it, don't pay for it.
don't pay for it,
No.
like, we've all bought into things and we were like, I bought this because of the brand name.
Yep. I've been there.
And it's
I've been.
maybe it's not even fish related.
Mm,
Maybe you really like a certain popcorn. And you're like, I know this flavor is going to be good. So you buy it and you buy like three of them because you know it's going to be good. And you take a bite and it's gross.
mm,
That's the grossest thing you've ever eaten in your life.
yep.
We've all done it. Don't
Yep.
feel bad for doing it, but really think about if you need some things. If you
Mm,
can gravel vac, if you can change your water,
yeah.
you don't
Yep.
need to spend $100, $200, even $10 on these things.
Hmm. And I mean, if you have the money to be able to do all that kind of, more power to you. But you know,
You don't.
specifically people that don't have the money, like don't buy into it.
Yeah.
Ask somebody about that. Ask somebody if they've had experience with this brand or with this product or this fish. Get some feedback. You know.
And I know we're in a land of YouTube where people get things for free and they get manipulated into saying that they're the most amazing things in the world.
Hmm.
They're
Yeah,
not.
something sounds really really good and too good to be true. It's probably not, you know, worth it.
You don't have to spend money.
Because at the end of the day, it's a sales pitch that I've seen so many times. And
Yeah.
I mean, I've worked in customer service for the last 14 years.
Hmm.
Like I've seen, uh, I've seen it all. I've heard it all. I know when someone's trying to sell me something.
Yeah. And I mean, if I say that I like something, I like it.
Mhm. I mean, take with that information for what you will.
Hmm.
Like, you want to try it, incorporate it, awesome. If not, maybe you learned something, great. I feel like there's kind of a lack of like open mindedness kind of going on right now. Just
Yeah.
a lot of judgment, not open mindedness, quick to judge. In some of these brands I really do like too. You know, I wish I had the money to spend on this plant from this person, whatever. But do I need it? I don't. I don't need it. Do the fish need it? No. Okay. We're, we're good.
I wish I could support everybody,
Mhm.
but
Oh man,
if
if
I
I
did,
had all the money.
I'd have 50 pounds of aquarium towels, 150 pounds of fish food, 27,000 shirts,
Stickers,
a mountain of
magnets,
stickers,
pens,
enough
pencils.
magnets to
You name
cover 6 fridges, enough pins to,
a 5 foot tall air filter, sponge filter.
yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, like I would be in excess, right? Yep. They're
I would like to see a huge like. What if someone made? I know Corey made that really really big sponge filter, but imagine that thing running. That would be hilarious. Just get like a
I
huge tank and just put that in there just to run it. That'd be so funny.
I would love to see it in like one of those giant ponds.
Right? Oh yeah. Put it in the at the like one of the misses or the like aquariums somewhere like in the public, like the city's aquariums. They have in one of their enclosures or something. That'd be funny. I tried getting a job at the Mississippi River Valley Aquarium here, and it's crazy. They wanted me to they wanted me to come and educate people for $10 an hour.
Oh goodness.
I was upset.
I I wanna dispel another myth too. Freshwater fish food
Hmm.
and saltwater fish food almost always the same thing. There are obviously exceptions, but there is so much saltwater foods that you can feed freshwater fish, especially hard water freshwater fish.
Yeah. And that's something I would love to do saltwater someday, but I don't know. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, but it looks fun.
From what I've been told by saltwater people is that it doesn't have to be a lot of money. You just have to be careful with your stocking.
Mm.
And like
The thing that I
if you
think about
want
is like, uh,
if you want like corals and stuff, you just have to have like the food and the parameters
mm,
and the movement for it.
right.
And it's not much more than that. And
My
then like
thing that
okay,
I'm sorry, I
um
was gonna say I always think about like the salt, like for doing water changes. Like, um, I feel like that would kind of crumble the pocket a little. But I mean, I mean, I'm only working part time and I'm in school, so I don't have a lot of money. So like if because I don't know, a bag of salt is like how much money, but you know that's only good for how many gallons. So how many gallons of water are you gonna change throughout the year? You know, you know it would probably kind of add up. That's what I mean. That's just how I'm thinking about it anyway. But maybe that's another common misconception. You know, I don't know. What up, Theo? What's up? But he's my PIC, my partner in crime. Oh, dude, what's up, brother? Hey, how you doing? Hey, good, good, good. Well,
I read the ingredients, not the picture on the front. Yep.
yeah,
I I feed a wide variety of foods.
yes.
Plankton, krill, mysis,
Paranilla.
daphnia, tubifex, blackworm, flakes, pellets, mixes.
I love mixing food. I love it.
I love Rod's Foods freshwater small mouth blend.
Mm.
Um, I haven't found a single fish that will not eat that. Um, Obviously not sponsored. I just pick it up at my local fish store. It's a frozen food. It's good.
It's your moment to shine, Theo.
You get
It's
it.
your moment, Bilba. It's your moment.
Um, I like it especially for my community tanks, like my 29 and my 75.
Mm.
The bigger chunks get the bigger fish get the bigger chunks, and the smaller fish get the smaller pieces. Um, and then there's enough that goes down, and the bottom feeders get fed too.
Hmm.
I know you can't really see anything in my tank, but I just put a breeding coat in,
Oh
and
yeah, that's what that is. I was looking at that earlier. I was like, what is that?
um, you see it if I make it wider. But I got a new breeding cone. Um, so far, the fish don't care, but the snails love it. You see the Akara peeking out. Um, yeah, the snails love the thing. They're all on it. I think I just bought a expensive freaking snail trap. It's a
Did
cat.
you see how he looked around at me? Like, bro, what do you? Hey, oh, you my baby. You my baby. Oh man, he makes me so angry all the time, but I love him so much. Oh boy.
Hmm.
When it comes to food, I really like, I really love sea shrimp. I really like the sea shrimp. They're, in my opinion, they're like the easiest one to really maintain a culture of. And I like, I really like fluval, like bug bites. Uh, what else do I got? I actually get the food that um, my LFS, Maddie, she makes her own food. I like to go and get her food, support, try to help her. as well as I like her food. The fish really like it. I also have some food still that I bought in January from the swap, and it's like a huge mix of stuff. Like I just have all kinds of different things that you know you can really mix it up. I don't like to do one thing all the time. I like to. I don't know. Could you imagine eating the same thing every day? I can't. I just I don't know. Like our cats and our dogs do, but now I'm starting to think about that. Like, should I be, I'm gonna give him some tuna tonight. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give Theo some tuna tonight. I don't go crazy in the same food every day, every single day. But I just like incorporating a live food anyway. I've just it's been so much better since I've even like got into that. Everything's just 10 times better. GEX. I've never heard of that. What's that, Cece?
It's a Japanese brand of fish food.
Oh, okay. Oh, I've seen that.
I
Yeah,
like it. Their
yeah,
Madaka food comes with a little spoon.
yeah. If you go to the swaps, there's usually somebody though that has Madaka. We usually have this kind of stuff. When I got my Madaka, I didn't get any of the food, but because I already have so much. But I was
I like
kind of
Gex.
eyeing this stuff. Yeah.
Gex is a big competitor in Japan.
Are they
Uh,
up there? Are they like up there with like Hikari, basically?
hmm
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. 12.40. That's not bad.
I
$12
like
for yeah.
I like Kakari frozen foods. I also like San Francisco Bay for some things. Like I prefer their krill and their mysis because it's whole and it's more available. I can't find it in Hikari anywhere here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But
I just stumbled upon this website. It's called like SNR Madaka USA, and they have all this stuff on there on the website. It's like a US seller, basically.
mhm.
So I'm gonna just I'm not I don't I've never seen this website before, but I'm gonna put it here just in case it might be helpful to somebody. But they got Hikari on there. They have Gax. They got photosynthetic bacteria. There's a lot of sold out stuff, which is kind of that's kind of what you want to see. You want to see like okay, a lot of people trust them. They got a big consumer base, and it's cheap food. Yeah, not bad. Definitely. I used to actually. I used to feed Hikari. The fish loved it. They loved it. Why why don't I get some of this Gex?
I like Gex.
Yeah,
It's
probably
good.
just get it literally just for my Madakas.
I there's two types of foods. I need to do a video on this. I swear
Food for a Madaka.
I've been doing like a large Madaka video for almost a year now.
Mm.
But I feel like I should just edit what I have and post it since it's been so long.
And then you could
I don't
do
even have
like
the
an update.
Madaka. Like I
Yeah,
don't even have the Madaka that I have in that video anymore. It's been so long.
right.
Um, but
You could turn it into shorts. Release each 3 minutes a day or something.
um
I mean, you get a lot of more hits that way, really.
yeah, if I release it 3 minutes a day, I would be here until I'm 60. It's like already 5 hours long.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yo, that's what's up. That's what we need. We need that.
Um, so what was I gonna say? Oh, you need to change how you're feeding your Medaka dependent on the time of year.
Mm,
You need high protein in the summer and breeding seasons. And then in the cold season, you reduce feeding and you feed basically wheat germ, just like koi.
mm. And what effect does that have on them?
Well, you need to make sure if you want longevity in your Medaka, you need to make sure that you're giving them a rest period from breeding. If you
Okay,
breed
I
them
heard. Yeah, I've heard that. Okay.
if you're breeding them throughout the year, you're going to have Medaka that live 8 months to a year and a half. If you give them rest periods, you can bump that up to 3 to 5 years.
Mm, okay. Look at Cece dropping it. Drop it like it's hot, Cece. That's good.
Also,
I haven't heard that.
um, I love giving my Medaka coral food.
Hmm.
Medaka go from freshwater to saltwater
Like
in the
full
wild.
salt,
Yeah, full salt.
like for
In the wild.
extended periods of time.
Yes.
Really
Uh, um,
interesting.
and they eat a very wide variety of foods throughout their life.
So they
So
eat
you can feed
marine.
them you can feed them saltwater foods that are strictly for saltwater, as long as they're small enough for them to eat.
I actually have some sitting around that came when I got like my first brine shrimp eggs.
Hmm.
Like I
But
still have that sitting around. I bet they would chop it up.
yeah, they absolutely love saltwater foods. Phytoplankton, um, coral foods, um, a bunch of different stuff that I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, they absolutely devour that stuff, and it's not going to harm them um, at
Yeah,
all.
isn't there? There's like marine, like amphipods, like scuds, right? Like different,
Hmm.
and they probably have different, uh, you know, certain things in there. One.
But if you're noticing like nutrient deficiencies in your Medakas, you're starting to get things that are a little bit weird, definitely outsource your
Mm,
types of proteins for the Medaka. Also, things like bean beetles and surface foods, like powders and stuff like that. Things that gently fall down into the water column. Those they're gonna love that. They're
you know,
they're
you know, my
surface
Madakas
dwelling.
love to do. They love pulling the floaters down because they know there's aphids out there, and they just
Hmm.
blast through them. I love watching it. I like. I'll literally take like a piece of water lettuce and I'll scrape them off into the water and just stand there. Like, get them. I love watching that stuff. Two of my two of my fry out there are getting a really deep sapphire blue to them. Theo, what do you got? But they're getting a really nice deep sapphire, and it's really interesting looking, and it's fucking beautiful, and it's really colorful. Like it's kind of like it's kind of blowing me away a little bit because I don't have any sapphire fish. That's what I love
Hmm.
about you know figuring out when you get a new species and you breed it and you start learning all the different things that are strictly that fish does, and it's just interesting because every fish has things that they specifically do or traits or whatever, but um, it just always blows my mind like how many different things there are to actually learn about every individual fish that you have, like all of them, all of them. They all have some. Hey,
Mhm.
thanks for coming in. I see you. But
Hey,
I
Quickbit.
always get
Welcome in.
blown away. It never ceases to amaze me ever.
Mhm. Mm. I'll be right back.
You're good. The Madaka I have about honestly coming up on a couple months now. I'm finally getting to a point where I can start really feeding them heavy, like with the pro. I mean, they live with seed shrimp, so they get to eat seed shrimp all day long. But uh, I really need to get some. I have been. I feed them a mix of food. I feed them certain. I have a certain flake that I like to give them, and then I like to put spirulina in that, and it's almost like a powdery consistency, or I'll even break it down more and give that to the babies. But now they're getting to the point where I'm not going to worry about having to worry about the size of their food. I'm just going to be able to just throw it. And it's been fun. It's been fun. I have I have some blue Miyukis, um, a couple black Madakas with like the green lame scale, and one that is it's a silver Madaka, but uh, it's got the lame scales, but they're like light colored, like it's like a tricolor, but they're light. It's like a peach, and like a pearl, like a almost purple, kind of all. Just those three different colors. You got some Sarah food for the pleco? I can't wait to hear about how much it poops. Every time you talk about that pleco, yeah, his pleco poops so much. I love talking to Beto about his pleco, man. That's so funny. Poops all the time, man. Yeah. This morning, was that this morning? Beto? Yeah, Beto fell asleep on me this morning while we were talking, but got that pink philodend, uh, pink Christmas philodendron that he's got. He finally got that thing. It's looking good. Got it trimmed down. It's really looking nice. Sir food is decent. I heart. You're funny. Her, her. I know you're trying to say her. I've seen good things with Sarah. I actually tried. Well, is it with a C? Because there's a S. Because there is a. Oh, okay. I think I'm mixing it with Sarah. There's another company called like Sarah. I think it's with a S though. Um, let me just make sure I'm okay. Yeah, I'm confusing the two together. Okay. You just vacuumed it yesterday. How much, man? What you gotta do when you get that pink philodendron grown to a height where you can propagate it, you get some nice soil. You can even use aqua soil. Put it in there. Take that pleco poop, put it right in that plant, brother. You're off to the races, bro. That's gold, liquid gold. That's why they call it that. The Native Americans in Iowa actually are the ones that started that whole thing where they would use the scraps of the remains of the fish and they would bury it under the corn crops, and that's kind of where that whole thing really originates from. Literally out here in my backyard. It's interesting. It's interesting the native uh, history here. It's a shame that there aren't around. There's some around, but not like native. I don't know any native people to here. I'm gonna look up this Sarah though, 'cause I haven't heard of it. Oh, we were. I think we were talking about the same thing. Okay. Oh yeah, they got some spirulina tab. They got tabs. Nice. They got some decent stuff. Got the marine granule. All kinds of bottom fish food. Um, I've been looking at. I don't know if any of you ever heard of Ken's Fish. That's probably the next place I would probably buy food. Like a if I were to get like a whole pound of food or something, I'd probably get. I want to try them golden pearls, man. Everyone talks them up. Everyone talks them up a lot. I want to try them. See what's to it. You know. Does anyone here have fed your fish like the pearls or anything? What was your experience if so? Like how was it? They like it? Um, did certain fish not like it? Curious. Ooh, Sarah Guppy granules. Okay. Micron powders. Probiotic granule. Ooh. Yeah, this is good. This is good stuff for sure. Yeah. But Ken's Fish, it's a good site. I stumbled upon it when I got my AC30, my filter, a long time ago. Um, I was trying to go on Flueball's website and buy stuff, and you have to go through one of their, wholesalers. So uh, I stopped. Okay, it's like Ken's Fish was one of them. I just clicked that one, and I've seen nothing but good things. And after I did that, I started noticing that other people also uh, got stuff from him, like a lot. There's a lot of people that like his food. I just didn't know prior to that because I didn't know who they were talking about. But he's got like his own food, like his own flake, uh, wafers, granules, pellets, sticks, core food, specialty food, API food. He's um, got the extreme food. He's got the can of blood, and he's got all of it. And I think it. I've heard nothing but good things. I've heard nothing but good things about Ken's Fish, and I've had nothing but good experience with getting stuff from Ken. Golden pearls aren't as good as they originally used to be. Hmm. Hmm. Brine shrimp direct, yeah. You doing the magic dance for the killifish eggs? Dance till the floor falls in, man, and have fun doing it. I'm happy for you. I'm rooting. Get it going. That's fun. I want to get some banded killifish. That's what I want. Banded killifish. Although every time I do go and see golden wonders anywhere, I just want to grab every time. But I have to stop myself because If I really want to do another fish, I could set up a couple tanks. I could set up a couple tanks. Or no, I'll think about that stuff. The- Man, my brain doesn't. My brain is an endless, just whirlwind, constantly just building momentum. I can't even hide from it. Like a breeding supply. Let's see what they got for a spawning cage. So yeah, you get a nice little terracotta spawning cave. $6. Exactly. That's perfect. They got double Calvus caves. $8. Ooh, a ceramic brick. $6. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Because my thing is, I'd rather just use uh, a coconut shell. Like, why do all that if you can use an actual, you know, something that already falls in water in nature, and they're relatively cheap for a bunch of them. I like I like the veal pods, cocoa pod. I love all that stuff. Botanical pods. Magnolia seeds. Mm. There's a lot of stuff that there's still a lot of stuff that I'm still kind of even like scratching the surface on. Nothing but growth though. I ain't complaining. So, is anyone? What up, Shy? How's that tank doing, brother? I saw that new light you got. You can see, if you look at the last video and then the new video with the new light, it's like night and day difference. It really is crazy how much those lights really like. I remember when I went through that. I first had I still have the Aqueon hoods on my tanks, but I used to actually. I didn't know that they were crap. I didn't know. No one told me. But I was trying so hard to grow plants with uh, the LEDs that they have under the hoods and those things, and they're just trash. I mean, they're not trash. They could definitely work for. They actually are very. They would be very nice for like a quarantine tank or something where you're just gonna grow like hornwort or something and like that. But if you're trying to grow plants, like those lights don't have that intensity. They just don't have it. But when I got my first like actual nice like LED light, I turned that sucker on, dude. Whew, whew. I was like, bro, that's the face I'm in. Like, why did why didn't nobody tell me, man? Like, what? Oh, man, it's crazy. It's like, man, I've been holding myself back for months after I turned that light on. That was the first realization I had. Like, dude, all these plants are gonna die. Yeah. Oh, what brand did you get? With them like higher or let's see. I have another brand. I like the Sierra lights from Amazon. I like those. Um, I also have these lights that I got from Temu. They're called Vector, and they're actually solid. They're solid. I'm gonna show you real quick. Got one on the tank with the finger W. It's just like every other light, you know. You got your LED. It's got a bun. It's really bright too. Like it, it's really bright. Um, you can see right here. It's got like a controller. You can put a battery in the back for if the power goes out, which would be really nice to have a battery for it. Uh, you know, it's really nice. Like, I mean, it was like what, like $10. It was like $10. If that. And it does everything I need it to do. Grows all the, not all the plants, but grows plants just as well as any other light that I have that has that bright intensity and has that actual, like, what is it? Like the Kelvin. Oh, you got the oval, the oval. I'm gonna look at that. I actually have to do a video for Higer still. I've been really busy with school. It's actually finals week, like right now for one of my classes. Um, I've been doing schoolwork all day long. Last night, today, I'll be doing schoolwork until tomorrow or till midnight tomorrow, like midnight Tuesday morning, basically. I'm just gonna be nonstop doing schoolwork. I've got quite a bit of it done, but it's stressful. It's definitely stressful. If you can go back to school, make sure make sure it's something that you're gonna get a job in, and that you're passionate about it, and it's something you want to do for the rest of your life. I didn't make that mistake. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I've heard a lot of people say that, and honestly, I get it now. I get it now that I'm in school. All right, let's see. Look at these higher lights. I don't know if I can screen share. Well, let's see. Let's see. See if I can. I don't think it's doing anything. No, not working. Okay. We gotta find another way to fix that. Have like permissions or whatever. Let's see. Wait. Eh, no, not gonna work. Oh well. Size of our phone. The AQQA. I saw those on Amazon. I thought about those too. Uh, I would I would I would go for a smaller one, for maybe like something smaller that you have, and just kind of gauge if it's something you would want to get. More something. A better life from them. It is stressful. It is stressful, sure. Cause it's hard out here for it when you're trying to get that money for the rent. It's a Cadillac and gas money spent. And a whole lot of bitches jumping shit. Did you guys know that Terrence Howard is a complete psychopath now? He's just, dude. Whenever you get time, go on YouTube, look up. You know what? I'm gonna share the link. I'm gonna show. So there's this guy I like to watch. His name's Professor Dave. He's an actual professor. He's a really funny guy, uh, and he just goes all over the internet tearing apart flat earthers, and it's like the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's like I love it. And for some reason, Terrence Howard thinks he's unlocked the secrets to the universe, and he's figured out some secret ancient math or something that isn't actually real, and it's cringy. Like it's cringy. Like he's a Terrence Howard is he's I don't know, man. There's something going on with that dude. But there's a video of Professor Dave and the whole thing that Terrence Howard is doing right now all over social media. It's really embarrassing for Terrence Howard. It's really funny for us.
What
But
did I
this is
come back to?
I was talking about why did I get into that? I don't even remember why I got into that. But nonetheless, I'm going to share it. I was asking everyone, did they know that Terrence Howard is a complete psychopath now?
Hmm.
Like he thinks that he's like unlocked the secrets to the universe and like some like ancient like math or something that doesn't exist, and he's going all over social media and like talking like he's smart and trying to sound, like like articulate, like he's trying, using bigger words and stuff, and it's just like, bro, it's crazy. I was gonna say that's what you call that's a god complex. Someone with a god complex. That's what that man's going through. Save him, God save him. I don't wish that kind of psychosis on my worst enemy.
Hmm.
And that, yeah, and it's something shy. It's with these Hollywood guys, bro. They're all like insane. They're all psychopaths because they're in the same cult. They're all Scientologists, stuff like. Anyway, I was talking about I was looking at Higher Lights. I just
That
got
is a
some.
jump from one conversation to the next.
You know me, Cece. You know
My
me.
goodness.
You can't leave for 5 minutes, dude. It's gonna go everywhere. I was explaining that's my brain 24/7, just in this constant whirlwind that never
Yeah.
stops. And it's a superpower when I'm trying to learn things and learn things for the hobby, stuff like that. It's a godsend having that issue. As far as other things in life, it's a fucking nightmare. But Shy just got a new Higer light on his. He's got a tank with a gold ram in there, and I was talking about it. It's just like night and day difference. And I remember when I went through that, I had like the old Aqueon like hood, the lights that in the fixtures underneath the hood, because no one told me that they weren't that good. Like they're they're great for certain things. Like you could easily have like a quarantine tank with it if you're just gonna grow like hornwood or something in it. You could easily grow hornwood with those lights. But if you're trying to grow good plants, like they're not gonna do it. They don't have the intensity. And I remember getting an actual like LED light for the first time, like an actual like the ones we all had. Turning it on for the first time and just like the first thought was like I've been holding myself back for the last like 6 months. Like like it was that big of a it's that big of a difference.
Hmm.
A good light versus a not so good light. Like it's really huge. Those differences are intense. Like they're huge when it comes to like our systems. But yeah, I got to do a video for these guys. I keep forgetting about that. I got to do a heater review. They sent me a heater. I just don't. I don't know what I want to do it with.
Nice.
I don't know which fish I want to do it. Use it with. You know, I could do it in the pengu tank. I don't know. I could use it for I could use it for my scud culture. You know what? That'd probably be a good. That would be an easier way to do a heater review. You know, without having fish involved. Do a scud culture review with it. You know what? That's probably what I'll do. The intense growth on these scuds. Send me lights. Send me lights. Just kidding. Not sponsored. But that video will be sponsored. Yeah, maybe. Is that how that works? Is it sponsored? Or is it just a review? I don't know.
It's an ad.
Do you have to set it up like an? Is there? Do you have to set it up a certain way?
Yeah, you have to set it up as an ad because you got something from them for free.
Like the collaborative thing?
Yeah, it should be in the settings. You
Mm,
should be able to mark it as an ad.
okay. When I do that, I'm gonna have you help me with that because I didn't even think about that. I think I did, but I didn't fully go in and like mess with the video settings and see what would happen. But we were talking about so earlier when we were talking about food. Um, I was asking if anybody had tried gold nuggets. If they were good, did they like them? I don't think a lot of people here have really tried them. Um, but Ken's fish,
Nuggets.
he's got like some really good food. What are they called? Like the golden nuggets or something like that, right? You heard? Have you heard of that, Cece?
I'm not gonna lie. I uh I have too much fish food, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't really pay attention to other fish food.
Yeah. No, that's totally understandable. I think Corey from Aquarium Co-op sells. He does sell them, but I know that there's other people that are making, gold, but whatever. Beto said that he thinks, from what he's never tried them, but from what he heard, um, that people are saying that the old recipe that they had is better than the one they have now. So I don't know. Here we go. Magic nuggets. That's all. The magic. That's salesman right there. Magic nuggets. You can get
I
four and a
guess
half pounds for $100.
I guess he couldn't use the word nano,
Mm-hmm.
so it got switched to magic.
Oh. Hmm.
Yeah, nano is copyrighted.
Who uses that?
I don't know. You'd have to go watch that video
Mm-hmm.
that he put out.
I don't- I haven't even seen that. I haven't even. Usually I'll scroll by and I'll see his new stuff. I haven't seen that one yet, but
That
yeah.
was a while ago. That was like probably a year
Oh,
ago.
okay. But these magic nuggets though they look interesting. They have um, whole krill meal, whole anchovy meal, whole shrimp meal, wheat flour, fish oil, yeast, vitamins, minerals. Yada 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 yada. But they look like they'd be good food. That'd be
I don't
worth a
know. With all
shot sometime.
those, there are.
Well, I'm talking about like Ken's. So the thing is, if I'm gonna buy food again, I'm probably like I no, I'm actually gonna go to my LFS to get more. But if I were to order off like online anywhere, um, Ken's Fish is actually a really good website.
I like Ken's.
Yeah, he's got good stuff. He's got everything. He's got the flake, wafers, crumbles, granules, biscuits. Those discs, freeze dried pellet sticks, specialties, API food, coral food, fluker food, all of it. All of it.
I mean, at this point, with the rising cost of everything, I think that I'm just gonna make my own fish food.
Yo, if you do, and you like start rolling it out, like you start, making it, I definitely want to get my hands on some.
I've been testing a formula for like almost a year.
What do you use do you use garlic? Do you mash up garlic and use like the garlic to bind everything, or
No,
what do you like to do? So I've seen a couple videos on the people making their own food, and I've been getting really interested in it actually.
there's plenty of recipes, but
Mm-hmm.
don't use garlic in your fish food.
Mm.
There's
What's
been
that?
scientific research that an overuse of garlic can lead to health issues in fish.
Mm. So the appeal to it is basically just the fact that the fish like the smell of it or whatever, but it's not really that great. It's kind of,
I'm not gonna lie. I think that garlic is a myth.
maybe that's another one,
I mean, okay, so
like the garlic guard, whatever. Like that's just so your fish eats the food.
the thing is that with all the fish I've ever had, none of them wanted garlic flavored food more.
Hmm. Like they didn't fight over it, you know.
Right. The only thing that garlic has ever been good for is covering up the taste of bitter medication.
Okay, yeah, that's what they have the garlic guard.
Hmm.
That's
But
kind of where I was kind of thinking. Well, that's where my head was at, really.
that's the only thing that I've ever found a use for it for. I can't get like picky fish to eat with garlic. And I mean like I've kept discus.
Mm.
Like
And they didn't want, they
no,
didn't even want to.
they didn't care about they would eat the same with or without garlic. Angelfish, myakara,
Mm.
um, coolie loaches, uh, all sorts of tetras, padakas, guppies, everything that I've had. It doesn't seem to have an effect on if it
Hmm.
will eat it or not, like outside of
So
medication.
it's just another sales pitch. That's what it sounds like
Yeah,
to me.
I mean,
Let's not beat around the bush, right? Like it's probably, and it's unfortunate, and that's why we talk about this stuff because we don't want any beginners to be targeted.
I'm not gonna lie, garlic has like a very minimal effect on your fish for
Yeah,
like good.
right.
Um, they're going to get more.
And you could substitute it with other stuff that they could, that they want to eat.
I'm not gonna lie, like you can treat most bacterial issues, which are the most common from
Hmm.
my uh experience. Um, if you have a bacterial infection, um, you don't really have to medicate for that. You just have to have really clean water, clean out your tank really good, add some salt,
Hmm.
um, either like pure sodium chloride or saltwater salt, um, and methylene blue.
Mm.
Um, methylene blue kind of just it's typically used to like help with like fungal infections and
Hmm.
ammonia and nitrite poisoning.
Right.
So if you are getting bacterial infections from an unkempt tank,
It just needs to be
then
cleaned up. Yeah.
some adding some methylene blue is going to help a lot because it will because again unkempt tank you're going to have that the start of those poisonings.
Hmm. Um, One time when I was still like a beginner, like I was still in that phase, um, when I was first really getting into the right information of how to treat fish, uh, I had a couple cases of Popeye, you know, and I saved the fish's eyeball by doing 90% water changes for like a week straight.
Popeye is a rough one. It's either like you can get
Yeah,
rid of it very easily, or
yeah. Or fish
or
dies,
you,
it loses an eye. Yeah.
right, like, and you really have to like, as soon as you see that the
Right away.
minimal,
Right away.
the
Yeah.
as soon as you see that the first round, like the lower
Thing.
non-medication, is not working, you
Yeah.
have to switch to a very strong antibiotic or it's dead.
Hmm.
And then even if you do that, it still might die.
Mm.
Popeye is a rough one.
Yeah. I've dealt with it quite a few times, and really, I was pretty blown away by because normally at that time I had already like taken care of it before. I mostly I would get rid of Popeye with doing water changes and adding botanicals.
See,
And uh, after a while, I just tried other things, and I did 90% water changes for a week, and I had a fish hole. It was fine, cleared up. It was crazy.
uh, I don't know. Like, there's some things. Like, oh, I was going to say, cichlids get Popeye a lot.
Mm. Sort of
Um,
Corey's kind of susceptible to it too.
I don't keep catfishes, but yeah,
Oh yeah, that's
that
right. I
makes
forget. I always forget about that.
yeah, I
But
don't keep catfish.
how often have you had that happen with cichlids? Or does any strain or species of cichlid get that? Do they have problems more than others?
So I've gotten it mostly in angelfish because when they are being aggressive,
Oh,
they bite each other's eyeballs.
oh, because they know. Oh, they're smart. They know. They
Well,
know.
angelfish lip lock. They
Hmm.
lock jaws,
True.
which is that behavior that looks like kissing. Um, and when trying to lock jaws, they will peck the eyeballs.
Mm, man, did they ever get so bad that like you've had one kill another one?
I've had a couple angels kill other angels. So, my double black angelfish that most recently passed away, um, he killed two angelfish.
Mm.
And it's not, it's like he thrashed them pretty badly and they just couldn't heal.
So they decided, yeah, they just like
And
check it
then
out.
one of them was thrashed really badly. It had a prolapse, and I was treating the prolapse and it passed away.
That's unfortunate.
The other one got attacked in its eyeball and got
Mm.
Popeye and passed away.
Dang. Yeah, that's wild. And that's what's
Uh,
keeping me from keeping sick. It's not that. Um, it's not that like I understand that's what they do. Me personally, I get very, I get very personable with them. Even and I think everyone can kind of relate to that. You know, you got a certain fish that you really like. I'm like that with all of them,
I love
literally.
all of my fish, but there's
Yeah,
definitely
some that
like
are
this.
you, yeah,
I'm
favorites.
like, I don't. Okay, it's really
It's
hard
a
to
hard
love.
choice.
No, it's really hard to love a schooling fish or a shoaling
Mm,
fish.
mm.
Like I can't pick out one of my rummy nose tetras and be like, "Yep, that's
Oh yeah, true, true,
rummy nose A."
true. Yeah, no, I didn't account that.
But
Yeah,
like
that
with my
makes.
angelfish, all of my angelfish have different personalities. They have
Yeah,
different
they're unique.
patterns. It's easy to tell them apart,
Hmm.
and
You get real
it
personable.
it really hurts. And
Hmm. And I just don't want. I don't need that right now. you know. But someday I'll probably get into it. But I'm just not at a place where. I mean, you know, to be really brutally honest, I every day I'm having this little fight in my head with. I do want to just get a pair of dwarf cichlids, like the most peaceful one I can get. Someone, I want to get somebody's word of the most peaceful one, and then maybe I'll get one pair of that and try it, see how I like it. I just
good
don't
luck.
ever. Right,
Uh,
and that's kind of what how that's the other side of like the argument in my head. It's like wishful thinking to me.
I mean, I would get something that you can keep alone. That's gonna be your best bet.
Just get a single,
Yeah,
don't get a pair.
yeah.
Well, my problem is I want to breed them though. I don't. I'm not gonna keep a fish that I'm like. I try to breed everything. I
Well,
feel like.
cichlids are almost all territorial. I mean, there's obviously a
Hmm.
few outliers, but for the most part, you're gonna get extremely territorial up to extremely aggressive fish.
Hmm.
Um, and breeding makes it worse.
I know, but that's just the passionate person I am with breeding my fish. Yeah, I just couldn't. I just can't get a single fish. I think I wouldn't be doing that fish justice by
And
keeping
then,
it
I mean,
like
then
that.
you also have to figure out, like, in between, like, okay, is there an overabundance of this cichlid?
Right.
Like, there are some cichlids, like, you could breed, but you can't sell. Nobody wants them. They already
Hmm.
have them.
Right.
And you're going to get that with the cheaper cichlids, like
Hmm.
angelfish and Jack Dempsey's. And
Those are the
I,
favorite. Those are my favorite kind of fish. The cheap ones that no one, that everyone forgets about.
they don't forget about them. They already have them.
You're right. True. Yeah. Everyone's already got a pair or a school. Yeah. I miss my Ember Tetras sometimes. I, re- I really hope you breed that Tetra. That would be the sickest thing ever. Like seriously, like that'd be if you bred that Tetra. Like I don't know, I would just be really happy, and not only like I would be more happy for you. Like I don't know. I feel like you. I think you want to breed that Tetra. I think you do. I think you just have a lot going on. A lot of
I
stuff to do.
do. I have a lot of projects going on. And I mean, I love these Jack Dempsey's, but they are growing. They are
Yeah,
babies.
and they need. Yeah,
They need a
absolutely.
lot of care. I also have the two stunted angelfish that need a lot of care.
Mm,
I have the betta
that's right.
patoyas that need care. I mean, they don't need a lot of care, honestly. Let's be for real. They don't need a lot of care.
Hmm.
But I
Right,
still need to check on them every single day, make sure they're doing all right.
right. If you don't
I have
check
to
on
like
your fish every day, you're kind of a psychopath, are you? Or am I? Is that just me?
I mean, there are a lot of set it
I
and
mean,
forget it
if you
fish.
have like big, huge, if you got a lot of tanks or you're in where like, I get it. But for me, that it's I don't have really that many. That I have to check everybody out every day.
I've got a lot of fish tanks.
Yeah.
Let me be honest. I got a lot of fish tanks.
How many? How many?
Uh Not including pawns, I have over 10.
Okay, I want to count what I got going on.
But like, okay, let's do this.
I got 10 in my room.
I got the 75. I got the 29 with the Angels. I've got the 29 with the Jack Dempsey's. They're in quarantine and babies.
Mm.
Um, I've got I have 4 10 gallons. I have a 5 gallon. I have a 2 gallon.
I love 5.5.
I have that big empty 600.
What did you used to do with that one?
I've never done anything with that. It's been a
Oh,
project.
okay.
Um, and then I have the guppy pond, and I have the mosquito fish pond,
Mm.
and then I have 2 empty ponds.
Oh yeah, and those are gonna be for yeah. Heck yeah. So yeah, uh, you got your time set up for you. You got your work cut off for you.
And then, of course, I have like the stunted angels and the Jack Dempsey's. Oh, and I forgot. I have 3 tubs of patoides
Nice,
and the 20 long. I always forget
nice.
something.
Yeah, I have alone in my room 10 bodies of water with creatures in them. Well, 11 with creatures in them, and a tank in the living room with the pseudomogos and pygmy cories, a couple of there's some histades, and then got my Madakas, my platinum African dwarf frogs out there. Um, my live food cultures, scud. I have a scud culture out there, and then my Madaka fry. Um, when I set, I think when I set that rack up, I'm just gonna put the Madakas in a tank because it'll be in the living room. It'll be probably on like the second or third shelf, so it'll be right where uh, let's see, it's an east facing window, so it'll get the sunrise and not the scorching, aftermath.
Yeah.
And yeah, because the sun makes a huge difference with my doctor.
Yeah.
Huge
Um,
difference.
oof. All right. It we've been streaming for almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm uh I'm starting to fade and my headphones are starting to die.
No, there you go.
Um, but let's see. Let's check out the rest of the month. Let's see. Okay. So we're gonna be streaming on the 22nd over on Jacob's channel, and then back here on the 26th. The 29th is when I get my 90 gallon. I'll probably do a pop up stream sometime during the day once I get it.
Yes. Yes.
And then after that, we'll be live on Jacob's channel. And then on the 2nd of August, we will be live here again. And we'll talk a lot more about the 90 gallon and I'll show you guys around it.
Yes.
But
Fun
yeah,
things are going to be experienced with Cece, and I'm really happy to be a part of it.
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I'm glad that we met.
Yeah, me too.
For real.
Um,
Like,
okay.
for real.
All right. If it's been a while since I've done this, I
Mm,
am reopening commissions. I am almost completely done with all the commissions and gifts that I've had previously.
I don't know
So
what that means. I don't know what that means. But can you
what do
catch
you
me up
mean?
to speed?
A
Commissions.
commission?
Like,
I'm
what are
an
you talking
artist. Like
about?
I like
Okay.
um so if anybody wants art, hit me up on Discord or my email. I am opening up 5 slots in August. If you want art, let me know.
Pick
Um,
me, teacher. Hey,
okay.
if I send you a picture of a
Mhm.
certain endler, you'd be able to draw it, or make a painting or whatever you want to do. Like,
Yeah,
dude, that would be so cool. It would be like the I could put it on my like channel logo.
yeah. Um,
I definitely like having other art from people. I have some of Ivan McColge's art. I showed that on the other stream. I have a piece of art on the wall that it's like it's like cats with like it's like space and cats with like these googly eyes with rainbows in them and stuff. That
yeah.
um,
Um,
the old my old boss before he retired, his daughter painted that for me.
that's awesome.
Yeah, a long time ago. I really enjoy that kind of stuff because it's personable. It's like a keepsake, and that's why when I saw that little crystal angelfish at Goodwill, I I said this is for Cece.
Yes. Okay. All right. It looks like I might only have 4 slots in August,
You have
but if
four. You have
anybody
four.
else wants a commission, digital art starts at $25. Um, and physical art, so physical paintings, start at 50 plus shipping.
Do you
Um,
like to do colored pencil? Have you ever gotten like the fancy colored pencil, like the really good ones?
I'm not
Have
gonna
you ever
lie, I
done that?
hate colored pencils. I use acrylic.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay,
Um, but if anybody wants art or a painting, let me know. I can do
definitely.
just about anything. If it's something more complicated, if
Right.
it's something that like if you want a school of your fish, it's gonna cost like we'll discuss. If
Very
you want to be
detailed
able
things.
to sell your stuff, that's going to cost more. Just let me
Right.
know what you want. Um, and if you have commissioned me and you haven't heard an update from me, or if I have been working on a gift for you, I know that I've been working on something for, of
That
course,
should
now that I'm
that should.
trying to say it, I totally forget their name. It was my Secret Santa. Um,
Mm.
I am almost finished. That was a very complicated fish, but that should almost be done. And anybody else, if you haven't heard from me, please reach out. I am probably just about done. I've been working on everybody's stuff kind of at the same time. Um, and then that should all be finished within about 2 weeks, and then I will open up my slots, and people can commission me again. Again,
Awesome.
if you're interested, email me, message me on Discord or Instagram. Um, but again,
Um,
opening commissions.
I have a question. So do you have like do you ever just do paintings, make paintings or just other art like drawings, things for fun and just kind of leave them around and if anyone wants one, you just sell them. Like, do you have like a gallery of art sitting around that you like would just get rid of, kind of thing?
I have a lot of paintings of discus and angelfish,
I would
and then
love to get
I
a
have like
physical piece of artwork from you.
I have an
Like I
absolute
said, I
ton of like anything from like fantasy to realistic water landscapes.
oh
Um,
yeah,
Like I have an all purple ocean painting.
I like the sound of that. We'll definitely we'll touch on that when I talk
Mhm.
to you. Um, because I have to talk to you about a couple things with. I really want to get that whole like swappy thing set up. Like
Mhm.
I really want to try those bean beetles. I want to see if those guppies stink.
Mhm. That's so fun.
Uh, Backstory: Cece has guppies that she thinks that they smell weird, and she's never smelled a guppy that smelled weird. So I suggested to send them to me and see if I notice anything weird. Cause like, what would make that happen? You know, it's like really weird.
It is. It is really weird.
It's really weird.
Um.
But yeah, and that basically when we do all that, oh yeah,
Mhm.
I'll have to message. I'm gonna send Lily my address, but I'm not. I don't really. I don't want to like wait on her to do everything if I don't have to. But it
Yeah.
probably would be. I don't know if it would be better or not. Really, I don't know how much shipping it would be to to you or vice versa. But
I know. We'll figure it out. But
yeah,
um, I'm going to pop
we're
off here.
we're gonna wrap it